Hi everyone, this is Pratia27 here, and welcome to episode 2 of our Minecraft Survival Let's Play world. So, there's a zombie attacking us. Let's just get him out of the way before this episode starts. So welcome back. We have a few exciting things planned for this episode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. So in the previous episode, the first thing that we did, we blocked in some of these villages just to make sure that they are safe and that the zombies don't attack them during the night time. So they are safe in here. We'll keep them in here for now. Another thing that we did in our previous episode, we crafted some armor and then also some basic tools just to get us going for what is to come in this Minecraft world. The third thing that we did is we went on a little bit of a mining expedition and we got a few items, some extra items as well in our mining outpost. So that is what we got up to in our previous episode. And then in between episodes, I did a few things as well. I expanded our sugarcane operation over here, just planting them, regrowing them, making sure that we have enough sugarcane when we want to do our enchantment setup in this episode. Another thing that I did in between episodes, I got some spruce trees on that hillside over there. Got some spruce saplings, replanted them. Got a little bit of spruce wood as well. Also with the oak, I saw there's two beehives that spawned in here as well. That's quite nice when we want some honey later on. A third thing that I did, I got some chickens. Just made a little bit of a chicken outpost over here that we can have some eggs that we will use later on. Maybe to craft some cake for celebration. We will see what comes up in the future. And then also to make a cook and chica when the time is right. What I planned for this episode, so you'll see here, this is our starter house at the moment. This was the house created here in this village that we call home for now. I really would like us to get our own starter house up and going, but there's a little bit of prep work involving that, so we'll get to some prep work later in this episode. We also want to upgrade our mining outpost and then the road leading to that, so we'll be building 2 bridges going over to that side and then to our mining outpost just over the hill on that side. And then the third thing that we want to do today, the thing that we'll be starting with today, is this enchantment setup. So let's get to this. So with this enchantment setup, I've recorded the clip beforehand, but the mic wasn't recording. So then I crafted this enchantment table. So this is here for now. We'll leave it at that. So I got some obsidian between episodes as well, crafting this enchantment table with that. What we want to do as well, we want to get a few bookcases going so that we can try to get a level 30 enchantment, level 3 enchantment on our diamond pickaxe. Try to get unbreaking, try to get efficiency, and also maybe fortune or silk touch. We'll see how lucky we can get. So let's craft some bookcases over here. First we need to craft a few books. That's quite a number of books, but I don't think it will be enough. This is only 9 bookcases for now, but yeah, that will have to do for now. Let's just plop all of them down here. I think we need a little bit more for a level 3 enchantment, and then we also have some lapis lazuli here, which is also necessary when you want to enchant your items. So let's see what we'll be able to get unbreaking 3 on this diamond pickaxe. I think that will definitely be a lot of help. So let's try to get that. And only unbreaking we are darn it at the moment. So that's okay for now. We'll definitely go on another mining expedition later on. Try to get a few more diamonds, also to gear up in full diamond gear, and then also to get our tools diamond as well. But that is a nice beginning for now. Our little enchantment setups that's over here. So we'll try to get a few more bookcases, try to get that little level 30 enchantments up and going. You'll see we have 29 levels at the moment as well. But yeah, I'm very glad that we got this set up so quickly in this series. It will definitely help us in going forward. What we'll do next is we'll go to the mining outpost, and I'll just show you the road leading to that, and then we'll be building a couple of bridges, and then also just making our mining outpost a little bit neater. See you there. So we've just done our enchanting over there, got our diamond pickaxe enchanted. So now I'm just going to put that away for now. I'm not going to use it, maybe later on when I go for mining a little bit. But now I just want to show you the road to where our mining outpost is at the moment. So this is our starter house, our starter area. So we go behind this towards this hillside over there. It's still between going through the woods here, which I'll definitely change later on. So what I want to do today, so it's just over that hillside over there. So what I want to do now is to create a bridge going from this mainland to that little bit of island over there, and then from an island up till around halfway to that mountain, and then to dig a hole straight through this little part of the hill over there, and then just on the other side the mining outpost is over there. So we'll get started with this bridge over here. I'm going to lay a few blocks down, and then I'll be right back with you. So I've placed a few blocks down, some stone slabs just for the base of the bridge that we want to build here. So you can see the basic shape that we do have. So it's quite an easy setup. It's 2 blocks and then 3, but all on a diagonal. So what I also want to do, I see it's just short on this side. So we'll do a little bit of terraforming on this side just to make sure that we expand on the island a bit, so that the bridge comes in on mainland part of this island. So we'll do some terraforming here, maybe a little bit later on. And then also what I saw when building this bridge, this tree over here, this dark oak tree that we do have here, and then the one on the other side as well, the one that's here, we'll definitely have to take them down. So I'll get to that, and then just after I've taken down these 2 trees, we'll get back to building this bridge and getting it finished. So as you can see, I've chopped down this tree, this oak tree that stood here, and then also the one on the other side. I also terraformed a little bit on this side just to make sure that we come down on the same level that we want to go up on the side as well. So the bridge that I want to build here is going to go from this side over here to the middle part of that mountain range side over there. So what I've done, I've just extended this bridge to be 3 wide. I want to do another extension to put 1 block on either side, just to make sure that we have enough space to put on a railing as well. So this block shouldn't go here, it should go over here, and then another one on this side as well. So now we have a 5 wide section that we can work with. So I want to install a railing which will keep us safe from walking over this bridge every time. So just adding a few blocks on every side. I think we can build a little bit of this on camera as well. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this type of videos, you should consider liking this video, maybe subscribing. Yeah, it definitely helps the channel if you do that as well. If you have any friends or family that you know that will enjoy this type of videos, please share this content with them. I know they will appreciate it as well. So let's keep going here, try to get this done. It's much more difficult building on camera than I anticipated. So let's see here, something is not quite right. I'll get to that fixing. I'll be fixing this in just a bit, and then I'll be back as soon as we can start with the. I've constructed the main part of the bridge. Working with diagonals is always a little bit difficult, but I think I got them figured out. So it's on a diagonal 5 wide, with a 2 block, 4 block spacing, making it all the way from the mainland over here to this island. So the next step that I want to do, I want us to make sure that we keep this side safe so that we can walk over the middle part. But what I saw, if you place a wall on a half slab, it does that spacing, which I don't like. So what I'll be doing for this part, and also just to break it up a little bit, I'll be placing some andesite, polished andesite over here, and then place the blocks on that as well. So if you get to this part, I'll definitely do it here as well. We'll take out these 4 parts over here, replacing them with the polished andesite, just to make sure that if we place the walls, that it gets placed on the block itself. So you see that polished andesite also gives a little bit of a texture to this bridge. Maybe later on we'll add some other variations to these bridges that we are building today, but for now I just want to get something so that we can get to our mining outpost a little bit easier. So let's get that. No, that should, yes, to over there, and then on this side as well we'll do exactly the same with the two andesite blocks, the walls, and then we'll keep this going for the entire side over here. So as soon as we are done with this, we'll see what type of variations we will add to this, but then we definitely need to go to the other bridge as well. So I have another bridge plan that will go on that side, so we'll get to that bridge in just a moment. I have just finished with this bridge, changing it up a little bit. As you can see, those dirt sticking out there will definitely change that later on as well. I've just created a little bit of a path back to our starter area, and then I've changed the cobblestone walls for fences, spruce fences for some of the parts, just to break it up a little bit. And then also down here, I've changed some of the stone brick to or the stone brick slabs to just normal stone slabs, just to give it a little bit of variation for now. But yeah, I think that this came out quite nice. As you can see here, it's just a functional bridge walking over to get to our mining outpost. So now we'll definitely get to the bigger bridge that will be on this side. So I'll just figure out where we should get to, and then just also lay down the basic foundation, and then as soon as I've done that, I'll show you what I have. I've laid the basic foundation to the bridge that we will have here, and as you can see, I've also created a tunnel going to the other side of this hillside. I've seen that we've come down quite a little bit lower than I would have wanted us to come down to, but we'll just terraform this a little bit later on, and then we'll add the mining outpost here. So this is where our mining operations is at the moment. It's down there with a water drop, and then the ladders coming up. So we'll prettify this in a little bit of time, but first let's get to this bridge. So firstly, I would like to just extend. You'll see that there's two block spacing going up this hill for this bridge. So what I would like to do is what I've done here on this first level as well, make it 5 blocks wide, and then we can add the railing on each of the sides. So then we have a 3 wide walkway going up all the way. So I'll just be placing down the stone brick slabs, later on also the normal stone slabs, just for some variation, and then we'll also just make sure that we get the railings up and going, and then we'll definitely get to extend this tunnel, make it a little bit wider, maybe do something interesting with it, looking to get it looking like mining operations, or a path leading to the mining operations that we do have up there. So I'll continue with this for a moment, and then I'll give you a progress update as soon as I'm finished with this bridge. I've built the bridge and included the railings as well. As you can see, we followed the similar style with the bridge that we built here as well. I think it came out quite nice. There's definitely a few things that I would want to change, but other than that, you can see the support beams going down as well to the bottom of the river, just giving it structure as well. But for now, I think it will do. It's a functional bridge, having to take us from our starter area to our mining operations that we do have. So yes, I think this came out quite nice. What I would like to do now is to continue on this pathway leading to the mining outpost that we do have just on the other side of this hill. So I'll definitely excavate a large section of this stone here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. We'll add a few details, but firstly I need to get digging and get all of these blocks away. So I'll be back as soon as I have a tunnel and something that we can work with. I've done a little bit of work on this tunnel that you can see here. Previously we had a 1 wide gap going through this hillside, but now I only hollowed it out a little bit. I discovered this lake over here, just making something of it, a water feature going underneath to that section over there. But it looks quite nice. Now what I would like to do is to add a couple of features, a couple of supports as well, some wood structures, and also just to give some variation in the stone vegetation and so forth. So also what I've done a little bit of terraforming here just to make a way for a path that we can put in here, and then also the structure that we can put up in the space over here. So when we come to this tunnel that I've dug here, there's a couple of things that I want to do. Firstly, to get into the spruce logs, just to give it a little bit of support so that it looks like the wood is holding up the cave, so to speak. So just to make sure that it goes all the way, that it's not out of place. And then I'll also place a little bit of trapdoors and fences throughout the way, just to make sure that it looks quite neat and safe and all of that. So yeah, I'll be getting to that, and as soon as I have something that I'm quite happy with, I'll be back, and then we can go through it together. As you can see, we updated this little walkway over here with a few details. I think it came out quite nice. A few support beams, just some extra details with these spruce trap doors, giving that little bit of an indent or outdent, if you want to call that. So that looks quite nice. And then also a few just variations in the blocks, also some support pillars with the walls as well, and then the torches on top of the spruce fences as we go along. So I think this came out quite nice. And then also the walkway, just a little bit of a variation with the spruce wood as well. I think it came out quite nice. So what I want to do next is to get the pathway to that section done. So I think I'll be using a little bit of path blocks, getting our way to the area here, and then also I want to use some half slabs. Some slabs to get up these blocks so that we don't have to jump. So with that said, let's get a few of these slabs that I do have here. I think we'll stick to the spruce theme that we do have now. I'll definitely make sure that you can see underneath that we fill that up with the correct block as well. I also want to mix in some of the stone variations of the blocks. As you can see, I have some cobblestone just to give some features to the place. Maybe do a rock formation here or there, and then later on I'll definitely look into if I can do some foliage and get some life in this area as well. So I think I'll be placing some blocks here, trying to make it a little bit interesting, making sure that it's not as dull as what was here before. So I think let's place this here and that there. There's a little bit of a rock formation. I'll be definitely trying to build a tree in here somewhere. Let's see what we can do with the path as well. So I have a few blocks, of course, that here as well, just to mix it up, so that the path looks like it's been trotted by the people that came to this mining site over here, just to make it interesting, you know. So that's the whole part of this, is to make it interesting. You'll also see I do have some extra diamond gear. So in between the scenes, I've went on another mining expedition and got a few more diamonds out of that. I've also been preparing for the starter house that's to come. We'll talk about that in a little while. But yeah, as you can see, we have a little bit of a pathway going here. I'll definitely try to add some foliage, and then I'll be right back as soon as we are done with this area. We've transformed this whole area that you can see here, and to my liking, it's quite nice. I really like what I've done here, and to what extent I've had to change this whole scenery, this whole view that you can see here. So the mining operation that we do have is down here. So you'll see a little bit of, and the side blocks and a little bit of torches and walls and just a variation. And then down there is where we do mine. But you can see this whole vibe that you get from this is quite nice. I got a few spruce trees just to block the view of what's behind that. And then a few small details with some farmland, the lanterns that's also giving light, the jack-o'-lanterns, a nice pond that you can see here with some vines that's growing. I'll definitely try to keep them in control. A lily pad, and then just some rocks here and there, some bushes that I put down. As you can see here with this one, I have a fence gate in there as well, with some to give the illusion of tree that we do have down there. So I think this came out quite nice. This whole pathway from our mining operations that we do have here now, a crafting bench as well if we want to craft something up. So if we take the walk back to our starter area, you can see just what a nice view you get. And then on this side, the space that we have here through this hill that we've excavated, and then the two bridges that we worked on as well. I think all of this came out quite nice at the end of the day. So next up is starting to prepare for our starter house that we will definitely do in the next episode. So let's get to it. So then in terms of our starter house this season, I tried to create something in a creative testing world. So I started with that. I'll definitely show you some of that in the next episode. But then for that to happen, I do need to gather a lot of resources. That includes a lot of spruce, a lot of diorite, as well as a lot of stone. So let's get to that 3 items. Number 1 on the list is getting the spruce. So I'll be chopping all the way, making sure that my axe don't break along the way. As you can see, the durability of my axe is quite low. But yeah, I'll just be chopping away. Oops, I broke my axe. As you can see, my axe has been broken, so I'll definitely have to craft up a new one. Step 2 in our process is to get some stone. So getting cobblestone, which I'll smelt down to the normal stone, and then we'll be crafting some bricks as well along the way. And then for number 3, so I like to get some diorite. I'll be using it for the roof. So there's a lot of diorite patches along when you mine down in the Minecraft world. So I'll be gathering a lot of diorite for the next time to come. We've gathered a lot of resources. The first step now is to get all of these cobblestone smelted into stone, and then it's crafting time. So we'll take some of these stone and then as well as some of this diorite that we gathered, and then we'll craft them into polished diorite. So I'll definitely make use of a lot of those, and then also into stone bricks. We will then do a lot more of those crafting and gathering of resources for our starter house in the next episode. But yeah, that is then episode 2 for all of you. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, and I'll be back with the next episode. This is Protea27, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.